Hey everybody, Richard Mitchell with Joystick.com, and I'm taking a quick look at Game Room. Game Room was just released this week, and it's the new service that lets you play old arcade games as well as some really old console games from the comfort of your very own home. And it's a pretty simple service, so we'll just take a quick look. When you start up, you have just a bunch of empty rooms that you can customize. You can apply certain themes. So just looking at a few of the different themes here, I've already made a graveyard arcade a little bit earlier. There's some based on the different consoles. There's some that you have to unlock by earning points. And you earn points by playing games and doing stuff in Game Room. So I'm going to pick the Hidden Temple looking theme here, mainly because I wish Pitfall was on this service right now, and it's not. So there you go. But once you open up a room, you can decorate it any way you want. There's a couple different spots for you to put things. There's a boombox, a sci-fi poster, sonar radar thing. That's probably the most inappropriate thing for the old temple, so we'll stick that on the wall. You can also put decorations on the ground, lots of things to choose from. Again, there's stuff that you have to unlock by playing more games. And again, I'm going to choose something inappropriate, so let's find the die-cast Hot Wheels looking car, and I'll put that down. And, just for good measure, a couch. Incidentally, the couch is kind of useless because you can't actually walk around your arcades or anything, so it's not like you can walk your avatar over there and sit down. But if you want an actual game, you'll have to buy it. You can demo all of the games at least one time, but you can't actually get the arcade cabinet and stick it in your arcade unless you actually buy an arcade game. Doing that is pretty simple. You just open up the menu and you select them from a list. And there's my avatar doing the robot. Right now, there are 30 different games to choose from, ranging from Intellivision to Atari to some Konami arcade games. And there's some that you probably know and some you probably don't. Let's see, I'll have to find one. And let's try, I know, Centipede. Everybody knows Centipede, so we'll just try that one. There are a couple different purchasing options. You can buy the full game just for your Xbox 360. You can buy it for the PC, or you can buy it for both. You can also demo each game one time. So you get one chance to try these games out. And these are strictly arcade emulations. There's nothing special here, not really any bells and whistles. There are a couple of different graphical filters you can choose from to make it look more authentic. You can add things like scan lines, for instance, which is kind of interesting. But, once you get in there, it's just the old arcade game that you already know and love, or not. So this is just Centipede. One of the interesting features in Game Room is the Time Warp feature. And you have to activate it in the game, and once you've done that, you can rewind the game from any point. So if you die, or if you think you just didn't do as well as you should have, you press the Time Warp button, and it will instantly start rewinding, and once you let go of the button, it stops, and you can take over from that point, which is actually a pretty cool feature. But, like I said, you can't actually put an arcade cabinet into your arcade unless you actually buy the game. So, because I love you, and because you probably want to see what it looks like, I'm going to buy a game, and I'm going to buy Tempest, because that's probably the only game that I really like in this collection so far. And you can also get a little mascot when you buy it. The full game will cost you 240 points, that's $3, or if you want, you can spend 400 points, which is $5, and then you get access to it on both the PC and the Xbox 360. If you choose just one or the other, don't worry about it. If in the future you decide you want it on another platform, you can upgrade so that you can still have it on both. So there you go, my very own copy of Tempest, and my avatar is so excited that he starts playing immediately. As you play games, you earn points toward medals, which help advance your level within Game Room. They also go toward earning achievements. There's also actually a few achievements in Game Room that you can get without spending any money. So if you want to download it just to get the achievements, there's a couple that you can get in there. There's also the Showcase Arcade, which is kind of interesting because it's actually packed with a whole bunch of arcade games, and you can kind of sample them without having to buy any. So if you're not really interested in buying a lot of games, you can still check out the Showcase Arcade. And in the Showcase Arcade, you can use tokens. As you start it up for the first time, you'll get 20 tokens, which you can spend on any game. Every game is 1 token, and you can actually earn more tokens by visiting other people's arcades and for other people visiting your arcade as well. So as you design your arcade, you can actually have your friends come and visit it so they can see what's happening. And in the Showcase Arcade itself, you can see some of your friends playing on different games. And one thing I'd actually like to say is that when the avatars are standing in front of the arcade machines, it's actually really hard to tell what the game is, because the avatar's giant head is usually blocking out the title, and they're even blocking the screen itself. So it's really hard to tell if there's a game that you actually want to play, because you can't see the games themselves. And that's pretty much all there is to Game Room. You get to design your arcade, unlock new stuff to put up new decorations, and of course buy games. You can go to the showcase and check out games you don't have. You can go to your friends' arcades, check out games you don't have. And it's not bad, and really what it amounts to is whether or not there are games on there that you want to own, games that you want to play. A lot of these are really, really old games, but there's some good ones on there. I'm hoping that they'll release some more in the near future. Like I said before, I'd love to see Pitfall on there, for example. But right now, that's all there is to it. If there's stuff on there that you like, you should check it out. You can play with your friends. There's leaderboards and things like that. And you might as well try it because it's free and you get some free plays. And just like a real arcade, I'm sure that's how they suck you in. So there you go. Now I'm going to go play some Tempest.